Hey everybody, John Foss. I'm talking with Dan Lanigan, who is the host of the new Disney Plus show, Prop Culture. Dan, first of all, tell us about the show.
Thanks for having me on, John. The show is a celebration of some of Disney's greatest films through the props and the people that help make it.
One of the things that you can tell from the show is that you have a ton of passion, ton of knowledge. How did you get into this, and how did this show become a reality?
I am a prop collector. I have been a prop collector for many, many years. I, I guess you would call me an expert. Uh, and because of my passion for prop collecting and movies in general, I was fortunate enough to be in a position, since I now television shows, to be able to pitch this idea of, props are important to people, memorabilia is important to people because it's it's an emotional connection to this stuff. I'm emotionally involved. People should be emotionally involved in movie props, because the movies are important.
Absolutely. And first of all, let me tell you, great show. You do a great job hosting. You
Thank
come
you.
off as such a natural person that's interested in this topic, which is very cool,
I
as opposed
appreciate
to
it.
like a hired host or something. So great job.
Well, that was
Uh,
that was
I love
important.
the Honey I Shrunk the Kids episode, and I was very impressed that you got an interview with Rick Moranis. What was that like? And he's been off the scene for a while. Will he be coming back? Did you talk to him about that at all? Is he going to be back acting again at some point?
I was very fortunate. We were very fortunate to convince Rick to come on the show. Um, he's a wonderful guy. I'm a huge fan of his. Not only do I love Honey I Shrunk the Kids, but I love Strange Brew, and that's a movie that he was in with Dave Thomas many years back. Um, we talked about him acting, but it's not. It's I don't think that's something that he necessarily. I don't know if he wants to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's happy where he's at, and he could do it if he wanted to. He's obviously super talented and super funny, and he still had his chops when I talked to him. He's still as sharp as ever. So I would love to see him on the big screen, but I have no idea
Yeah.
whether or not he's going to be acting again.
All right. Well, little known fact: the studio that I host at is where Mystery Science
Yeah.
Theater 3000 started. So that
No
was also very
way.
cool that you interviewed Joel Hodgson before it was on Comedy Central. It started at the CW Twin Cities, which was called TV 23 back in the day. I've actually interviewed Joel
Yeah.
before, and some of the other guys from Mystery Science Theater 3000. How do you know him, and what was that experience like going around and talking about the Muppets with him?
Well, I've always been a big fan of MST3K, but when it came back, when they did the big Kickstarter, that's when I got to meet Joel. And just through involvement, because I supported it initially, I got more and more involved. And the next thing you know, we're talking and hanging out, and Joel's just a really cool guy, and super smart, super funny, super Midwestern, which is, totally my gig. I feel, there's something special about the Midwest. I grew up in the Chicago area myself, so I'm a Midwesterner. And when we were doing prop culture, there were certain segments we wanted to bring somebody in who had a different point of view. And for the Muppets episode, I mean, Joel, the bots are, puppets. And
Mm-hmm.
I had heard that Joel was super influenced by the Muppet movie. So I gave him a call and asked him if he wanted to help me find, Fozzie's uncle's car, his Studebaker. And sure enough, he was like, "Yes, sir. Thank you very much." And we just had this fun little adventure. It was great.
That's amazing. And I could definitely talk to you all day. The show, I love the show, and it's definitely
Thank you.
something I would love to be a part of as well. I mean, it's so much fun. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us, Dan. And Twin Cities, check out the show. It's called Prop Culture on Disney Plus.
Thanks a
Thanks,
lot, man.
Dan. Appreciate it.
Bye
Bye.
bye.